Children, welcome to a ninth English class. In English class, we learned clause. What is clause and the types of a clause we practice. Isn't it, children? What is a clause? Clause is nothing but a sentence which we usually speak, right? So, clause we can say it is a group of a word or a set of a word which we deliver while we are speaking. In that we have seen two types of a clause, like independent clause and dependent clause. So, type of a clause: independent clause and dependent clause. What is the independent clause? Independent clause is, its name itself say it is a free and it is not dependent on anything. So it is just a sentence which full meaning, or we can say it is a complete sentence, right? Whereas dependent clause is dependent on independent clause. Clear? Dependent clause is dependent on independent clause, and these dependent clause which don't have meaning unless with independent clause, and we can say it is incomplete, or which doesn't contain any meaning, though it is a set of a word or a group of a word which is incomplete. Clear? So what example we can give for this? Okay, see, the secret of life, the secret of life is honesty. The secret of life is honesty. So this is a independent clause, because here see, where there is no such word is there which can support the sentence, right? See, the secret of life is honesty. It is clear, simple. With one sentence we can see that the success of life is depend on honesty, meaning it is there itself. Whereas if you fake that you have got it made. Okay, this is a one sentence. What does it mean? So it means that if you fake that, what this means? Fake that means, suppose I interpret the sentence as faking, that means you maybe have a one thought or one assumption in your mind that I am incapable of getting anything. Incapable in the sense, you want to be a topper of a class and you think yourself that I cannot achieve it, right? So if the saying is that if you fake that one, what is a fake? Fake in the sense you are cheating your thought. What is your thought? That thinking yourself as incapable, right? So if you cheat or if you fake your thought, that thinking that it is incapable, you have got it made. So if you cheat your thinking that you cannot, you have got it made. Got it made in the sense you can achieve the success. That is what the meaning of a sentence. So let's come to a clause. While saying this sentence, we can see the use of a two clause. That is, see, you have got it made. This is a independent clause. Clear, children? This is the independent clause and this is a dependent clause. So which is added or joined with the mark comma, that represent that these sentence. See here, if you fake that, is there any meaning? What you have to fake? Why you have to fake? Is there any meaning? Though it is a set of a word, children, listen. Though it is a set of a word, it doesn't carry the full meaning. So unless with the help of these sentence, these meaning doesn't contain any meaning. So this is a independent clause. So combining these together as a one complete sentence. So whereas you take this one, you have got it made. You have done it. Okay, what? Right? Done it. Yes. See, got it made. The made itself is an achieved or completed. Right? So that is a full sentence. Without the help of these sentence also, we can say this is a sentence which is a complete. So we will classify it as a independent clause. And there is one more in a dependent clause. There is a one more clause. We can say that is a subordinate clause. Okay. The third one is subordinate clause. What do you mean by that? Write down. Take your grammar notes. If you want, you can take this example. Okay, you take this example. Below that, write down subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is typically introduced by a conjunction like this. Okay, it is typically introduced by conjunction that forms part of that form part of and it is depend on a main clause. Full stop. I'll repeat once again. Subordinate clause is typically introduced by a conjunction that form a part of or it means that it become a part of and it's depend on a main clause. Full stop. These are words that link. These are words that link. Depend. These are the words that link dependent clause and independent clause. Next para such as for, as, since, therefore, hence, due to, because, etc. Okay. So what is a subordinate clause? It is with support or which link independent as well as a dependent clause with the help of a conjunction word. Right? It is nothing but the word which join these two clauses with the help of a conjunction word. Conjunction word, you know, few of the conjunction word I had given. So that is a conjunction word. I hope you remember, children. In the last class, we had given one example. What was that? See, See, in the last class, I have given an example. Now I am explaining subordinate clause. So, definition you have to, now example I am giving. See, because I hope you remember this, because you already wrote in your notes. Because it is raining, we have an umbrella. So, this is the one. Then the same thing is that we have an umbrella because it is raining. So, here a same sentence we used in two different ways, right? One is with the help of these comma, right? I told you, remember last time, right? So, this is a comma where we have used, and this is a conjunction word, and this is it is a raining. Along with this is a dependent clause, okay? And we have an umbrella. This is the independent. So, what changes you can make here? Here this is a independent, and this is a dependent, and this is a subordinate. Is it clear, children? Is it clear the difference? See, in the sentence, though here because is there, this is not a subordinate clause. Because here we joined these two sentences, dependent as well as the independent clause, we joined with the help of these signs, comma. Clear? So there is no use of a conjunction to add these two sentences. Is there in between? No. Here it was in the beginning. Whereas here we added independent as well as a dependent clause with the help of these conjunctions. So there we have not used comma. Clear? So that is a subordinate clause. If suppose we are using a comma, then there won't be a conjunction, or the comma along with the conjunction also come as a subordinate clause. So in a one sentence we can see all together as independent, subordinate as well as dependent. Together we can see the three clauses which contain subject, verb as well as the object. This three is common in all sentences, isn't it, children? Subject, verb, object is common in the subject. It's common in the sentence, as well as in a sentence it may contain independent clause, subordinate clause as well as a dependent clause. Is it clear, children? I hope for you now what is a clause and what is a independent clause, dependent as well as the subordinate clause is clear to you. Is it clear? If you want, you can take these examples to differentiate which is the independent as well as which is a subordinate clause. So I insist you to take down these examples below the subordinate heading. So it will be clear. And after taking this example, write down. See, children, I like to tell you that for you people a definition or the explanation which I gave you For the independent, dependent or the subordinate clause, you may think it is a lengthy, whether it is required, whether it is a boring. Such thoughts may come to you. I won't say no. Yes, I agree that the definition or the explanation which I had given for this topic is lengthy, because my intention is that to make you clear. Is it clear, children? My intention is that to make you clear regarding the topic, because here in the English grammar we are not writing explanation anywhere. Are we going to write explanation anywhere? No. We are not going to write explanation anywhere. Right? So, where I am giving this explanation just to make you understand, when you read the grammar notes after 2 or 3 months, if you read the topic also, you should be able to connect or to keep touch with the topic. For that intention, I am giving this explanation, so that make you elaborate or make you clear with the topic. Clear? So the example also I am giving with these. Is it clear? So after this example, below the subordinate clause only write down that subordinate clause contain both subject and a verb. Contain both subject and verb. Full stop. A subordinate clause must be attached to main clause. A subordinate clause must be attached to a main clause, as it would not make sense on its own. Is it clear? What does it mean? So I'll repeat once again. A subordinate clause must be attached to main clause, as it would not make sense on its own. Would not make sense on its own. Okay? So children, what the subordinate clause says, as I told, subordinate clause includes subject, verb as well as object, but it doesn't contain any sense. Sense in the sense meaning. It does not contain any meaning, and it is not complete itself. Clear? That is the subordinate clause, and we should remember that the subordinate clause is attached to main clause. Main clause means in the sense independent clause. Subordinate clause is attached to a main clause. Is it clear, children? That is up to a subordinate clause. So let's work out few of the example. Example. He is a wise man. I like him. I want to buy a phone, but I don't have enough money. I was hungry because I missed breakfast. Okay? In this sentence, children, see, he is a wise man. I like him. These two sentences I can say this is a independent clause. Okay, so there is a no subordinate clause as well as a dependent clause. It is a single sentence with I can say that is a independent clause, right? And here you see I want to buy a pen. Okay, but I don't have enough money. This is a sentence. I want to buy a pen. Okay, but I don't have a money. In this, which is dependent? See this sentence. I want to buy a phone. These sentences both we can use it as this is a dependent because that is I don't have a money, which that one this is a independent. Here but for you want to buy a money because he don't have a money. Just because of that the plan of buying a phone has been held. So I can say that is a dependent on this clause. Okay, and here there is a use of a subordinate clause. Clear? And here I was hungry. I missed breakfast. This is a conjunction or a subordinate clause. Okay, in this I missed the breakfast. It is a dependent clause. And this is a independent clause. He is hungry because he has missed. Is it clear? So this is a independent and that is a dependent on the sentence with the help of a subordinate clause. Is it clear, children? So this is up to a independent, dependent as well as a subordinate clause. So children, here nothing to get confused or to feel difficult. It is a simple because every sentence we speak in our daily life, it is contained of a dependent, independent as well as a subordinate class. So you observe when you are speaking, just observe or just take one rough book or rough page, in that write a sentence. Don't think that what clause I have to use and all. Don't think anything. Just write down a sentence which comes to your mind. After you see that which is a independent and which is a dependent and which are the subordinate clause you have used in the sentence. Okay, that is the practice that you can do to learn or to practice English. One thing. And as I told, justice about the self, in that in your exercise part there is a example or workout about the clause. They have introduced the topic called clause in your 9th syllabus. So after reading your notes, after with this example, you have to read that one which is in your lesson exercise part. Read the example. In that example they had given which is a independent, which is a dependent and which is a subordinate class. They have given below, they have classified and they are given. After that they have given one exercise for your practice that you have to do in your rough book for your practice using a pencil. So that is up to a clause. And children, this clause is not there in your 8th syllabus, so don't ignore or don't leave. This is a must and should topic in your 9th standard syllabus, and whatever I teach in your grammar, that you have to make a new separate notes of 100 page and you have to repeat in that only. Okay, I don't want to see, because see here I have taught you active voice, passive voice, sentence. I have seen last time what you have written, that only you have repeated same in this year notes. Is there any necessity to repeat, or is there any necessity to repeat the same thing again? No, because as I am teaching revising with new example, you have to make a notes with new example only. Okay, so you keep your old your last year notes for your reference. Along with that you have to make a new notes. Is it clear, children? It is a must and should, and I hope that you will follow my instruction, children. Read well, study well, and take care, and we will meet you in the next class, children. Till then, take care.